Well, you're all very welcome along. We are here at Seymour Shaw in the Sutherland Shire. It is a very interesting battle here between the Sutherland Sharks, the home side. They are currently sitting in 4th place after some dramatic interventions from Football New South Wales in the last day or so. We'll bring you those details in just a moment. But Sutherland Sharks, without playing a game, have gone from 5th to 4th place. The effect of this result from Blacktown City and Rockdale, as I said, we'll bring those details in a moment, but that has also had an impact at the bottom of the table. Sydney Olympic now a little bit further adrift from the trapdoor. They are sitting at the moment in 16th place on the ladder. They have just 18 points. They are rock bottom. They are in a battle to the death with St George FC. St George City and Blacktown City have drifted a little bit away from them on the back of Blacktown City being awarded a 3-0 win for their round 18 game against Rockdale. Rockdale fielded an ineligible player. Rockdale have lost the 3 points. Blacktown City have gained the 3 points. An effect on the goal difference as well. Blacktown City get a 3-0 win. So 3 goals against for Rockdale as well. The effect of that means Rockdale have dropped down, in fact, down to 6th place on the ladder for Rockdale. And the home side here, the Sutherland Sharks, have moved up to 4th place. 4th place gets them into the semi-finals, of course, but also, and I think more importantly for a club with the sort of ambition that the Sutherland Sharks have, that gets them into the Australian Championship for the first time in their history. And what a fantastic venue this would be for Australian Championship football. The two sides are ready. We'll bring you the teams here. And for the Sutherland Sharks, it's the same old name, same old familiar names as it's been for the last few weeks. Nizic in goal, Nicolau, Vane Morongan, Perez, Gan and Perchevsky are going to be the back 5. It's Hollingdale, Takumi Afuka and Tarek Maya in the middle of midfield. And then up front it is Bonilla. And, well, we've got Olsen down as up front, but chances are he'll stay in that pivot role that he's been playing in for the last few weeks. So we'll see how they set up. Perhaps Afuka pushing forward just a little bit. For Sydney Olympic, it's all changed for them in the last few weeks, of course. Since the transfer window has opened, they have added a whole series of new players, amongst them goalkeeper Philip Curto. And then at the back, it's Bosanjak, Hong, Akien and Zoricic, the returning Zach Zoricic. In midfield, also the returning Seth Clark, Kad Nizam, who's come across from the Spirit, Paddy Armanakis and Bailey Callahan. And then up front, it's going to be Adam Bagaria and Seb Kukuchka, who has been setting the competition on fire in the last few weeks. Our referee is Charlie Hollings. He's assisted by Isaac Riggs and Callum Gamper. And our 4th official today is Jake Rose. We are almost ready for the off here at Seymour Shaw, and away we go. Sutherland Sharks playing in their traditional light blue strip. They are playing from right to left here, defending the Smithies Bar end of the ground. And Olympic in their traditional all blue. They are playing from left to right. And straight away Perez. Look around the outside. Perez, when he slipped through, just on the edge of the box there, Perez. But Zoricic has done really well. And he's found Clark. And Clark, he's now dropped it off for Kukuchka. Looking to break in transition now, quickly. Our Sydney Olympic, they are looking so much more confident in these last few weeks. The addition of several key players. And here's Armanakis on the ball. Armanakis floats the ball in. And, he's going to keep this in here, is he? Is indeed. Kukuchka, he's done really, really well there. They are looking very lively inside the first minute. Seth Clark on the ball. Then in behind again. Here he is again, Kukuchka. Drives it in low. Perchevsky is there and does well. But very, very lively start inside the first minute here for almost reborn Sydney Olympic side. They've got a contingent of supporters down here on the left-hand side, giving the traditional Olympique chant. And they've won themselves the first corner of the game. And it's Armanakis who's come across to take this. Zone defence here from the Sutherland Sharks inside the 6-yard box. Nicolou is there. Well, he's rather swung at that, Yanni Nicolou. In fact, I beg your pardon, it's Diego Bonilla. My apologies to Yanni Nicolou. Diego Bonilla at the front post there. Had a bit of a swing at that. But, he's given away a second corner kick. And Armanakis, he's setting up. He's going to take this again. One arm in the air from Armanakis. And he floats it into the middle of the 6-yard box. Headed away well by Perchevsky. Header floated back in. And then Perchevsky a second time. Flick back across. And that's comfortable for Nizic. Takes a touch. Nizic picks the ball up. Surveys his options ahead of him now, Daniel Nizic. And he bowls it out for Perchevsky. Perchevsky and Vane Morongan. Exchanging passes. And now down. Brendan Gann here on this near side. Plays it low for Afuka. And back again for Olsen. He is indeed playing in that pivot position, Olsen. Looking up, surveying the options. Plays it over the top. Looking for Bonilla. Bonilla gets a little touch there. He's got Josh Hong and Zoricic there. And now Perez. Still fighting for the ball, Perez. Perez with the short touch. Great tackle. Chance for a shot here, really. Great save. Chipped over by Curto. Well, a lightning break from the back there from the Sutherland Sharks. All played forward very nicely by Olsen. Bonilla contesting for the ball. Perez nipping in there. Getting the ball away from Josh Hong. And the support coming from midfield. Left foot shot swept in. But tipped over well by Curto. They spent some a corner though. Roddy Hollingdale now is setting up to take it. Perchevsky battling for the ball there, just on the penalty spot. Now the corner comes in from Hollingdale. And it's headed away really well. Comes to Afuka on the edge of the box. Takes a touch, looks for Olsen. Decides to play it out to this near side. Finds Hollingdale really nicely, kills the ball beautifully, Hollingdale. And then floats it into the back post. Keeper comes. Keeper takes. And then bowls it out really quickly. Here they come on the breaks in the Olympic. Beautiful reverse pass there. Absolutely fantastic piece of skill from Olympic. They're charging forward now. Still options in the box. Callahan in the box there. But, the Rabona pass there. Very, very elegant out on that left side. Seth Clark, Kandizam pouring forward. Bagari and Kukuchka there as well. They're looking dangerous. Looked up as soon as he got the ball there, Curto. Wanted to get things going really, really quickly. And they're looking strong. Not even 4 minutes on the clock. Very open game here so far. Now here is Bonilla, the relatively new man. He's been fantastic in these first few weeks. Bonilla, ball played over the top. Nizic comes out. And, after a brief hesitation from Daniel Nizic, he gets there first. And he's got time now to bowl it out for Brendan Gann. Gann inside for Perchevsky. Hollingdale coming short. Again for Van Ormerongen. This is the way they like to play. Surveying their options. Brendan Gann now plays it long. Perez comes. Bonilla comes. Hong is there. Is it well, Josh Hong? And he finds Bagaria. Bagaria back inside for Clark. Clark outside for Bosanjak. Striding forward now, Sam Bosanjak. He's got Callahan there calling for the ball. And Armanakis. Armanakis now with Clark exchanging passes. And it's back for another of the new signings. Akien. Bagaria now. Looking to get away from Tarek Maya. He does that nicely. And in the very distinctive orange boots, Armanakis gets another touch. And again for Clark. Dropping back now, sitting a little bit deep here. Sutherland Sharks. Zach Sarachich calling for the ball out on this near side. Ball is played in his general direction, but Brendan Gann snaffles that one out. And now Olsen, he's got space and time in front of him, Olsen. Drops it outside for Afuka. Afuka, he's got Maya and Benny in the box to aim at. Olsen coming short. Plays it now for Olsen. Olsen, can he release a shot? Olsen with the shot! That's a terrific low-driven shot from Nick Olsen. Just over 5 minutes on the clock. An overlapping run there from Nick Olsen. Takumi Afuka held the ball up beautifully. But Phil Olsen coming around the outside, and Nick Olsen took a touch, sized up his options, and drove the ball low into the bottom corner. 5 minutes on the clock, 1-0 to the home side. Nick Olsen back on the scoreboard again. 8 goals now in this NPL season for Nick Olsen. He's been their penalty taker also. That was a terrific driven low shot. They've taken an early lead here. That will build the confidence for this home side after their late defeat last week. They lost, of course, last week to Manly 2-1. They led until the 80th minute and then conceded 2 late goals. The winner, a very, very late goal. They are back in the lead again here. Let's see what Olympic can do to counter that. It's Hong again. And now looking to break a break over the top there. Well, he turned inside and then the ball was played outside. Kukuchka. You've got to expect that from a team that's added so many new players. A couple of times they're likely not to be on the same wavelength as each other. But they certainly have some fantastic quality in these new players that they've signed. Now here's Akien. Gets the ball back. Finds Hong. And again for Zaricic. And again for Hong. Very high line here from the Sutherland Sharks. Almost up to the halfway line, but they've dropped back just a fraction now. And Armanakis coming deep for the ball. Plays it on the inside. Clark. Little exchange of passes. And again, here comes Zaricic. Pouring forward. He's got Kukuchka outside, but he finds Kukuchka. Kukuchka. Driving forward, Perez there, standing up at the tackle, as is Callahan. Brendan Gann gets in there now. Bagaria shapes the shot. Bagaria drives it in. Relatively comfortable for Daniel Lizic. Took a little bit of a wicked bounce there just before it got to him. But he had his arms ready, he had the gloves ready, and he had his body behind the ball there, Daniel Lizic. And he picked that up relatively comfortably. Now, Sharks come again. Maya driving forward. Can you get a touch on here, Maya? And the ball just bounced up a little bit highly there for Franco Maya's liking. And Jock Etienne came across nicely, swept across. And smart defensive header out for the throw-in. They'll get to reset here, Olympic, and they do. Throw-in, finds Olsen. Going to get a little flick back there. Appeals for handball. The pause where the referee brought his whistle to his lips there and chose not to blow for a handball. Here's Arbanakis driving forward, but Vanny Morangan set the telescopic leg there and stops him. And now Wafuka striding forward. He's got Perez outside him. Finds Perez, lethal with that left foot. Perez drives in the low cross. Cleared away well. And now Hong completes the job and plays it forward. Gann is there. Just loses the ball for a moment in the lights, it seems, but Perchevsky calls and wins it. And now Kukuchka again with the touch. Hollingdale is there. Combination of Hollingdale and Gann. And Gann again takes a touch, takes a second touch. Maya striving forward well. It's just caught him on the back there, Franco Maya. He looked like he was in. Looked like he was in on goal. Tarek Maya, of course, not Franco Maya. My apologies. Two of the best attacking midfielders in this competition. And now Perez drives it in low. Nobody really there for Perez. He had Bunny at the back post. And now Zaricic comes across. Gets a touch. Does he keep it in? Ball just drifts out of play there. Expecting a terrific battle down here on this near side. Perez, he's got pace and power and a fantastic left foot. He scored some terrific goals this year with that left foot. And Zach Zaricic returning to the side. Son of a famous New Zealand international, Zach Zaricic. He will be in heavy competition there with Jordi Perez. Now here's Olsen. Beautiful turn inside. Olsen looking up. Takes the ball off for Maya. Maya flicks it out to that far side for Nicolo. Nicolo looks up. Not many options. So otherwise he steps back inside. A couple of step overs. Finds Hollingdale. Hollingdale looking to get the return ball there was Nicolo. Hollingdale, well, a siding challenge there from Nicolo. Bleedens a few oohs and ahs from the crowd. And one of Charlie Holling's easier decisions to make tonight. He's right on the spot there and awards the free kick. Now Hong plays it short for Clark. Plays it long now for Kukuchka. Just finds Gann. And Gann then touches the ball off for Perez. They're looking pretty fluid here so far, the Sutherland Sharks. 10 minutes gone in this first half. They're 1 goal to the good. And now Gann chips it forward for Afuka. Didn't look behind him, Afuka. Saw that he had some space. Didn't even need to take a touch. Drops it in for Perez. Perez looking to get on the inside of Zaricic. And as predicted, that'll be a great battle between those two. Zach Zaricic did really well there. Clark is being pressed now by Olsen. And more than just pressed, our referee feels. And he's awarded the free kick there. Olsen now getting back into position quickly. It's a back three, as it's been for the last few weeks here. Vanny Morangan, Perchevsky and Gann. And then 2 wing backs, Nicolau and Perez. And then 2 pivots in the middle. And that is Nick Olsen and Riley Hollingdale. And since David Perkovic moved to that formation, they have looked significantly more confident. With a player like Olsen sitting there, streaming passes around like that, finding attacking midfielders like Maya, who controls the ball really well there, Maya, under duress and pressure from behind, but holds the ball up nicely and drops it back for Vanny Morangan. And again for Maya. Maya for Hollingdale. Turns inside nicely, Hollingdale. Little slip, but he's back to his feet quickly. And now Olsen turns. And, just as his ankles clipped there by Seth Clark. Again, an easy one for the referee, and he was well positioned again to award that free kick. Now Nick Olsen, he'll survey his options here. And he's going to play the ball into space in behind. Bosanjak caught a little bit unawares there, Sam Bosanjak. Not sure he was fully aware that directly behind him was Yanni Nicolou. But fraction too much of the pass there from Olsen. Drifts out for a throw. But, looking to win the ball back straight away. The men in light blue. And now Bonilla battling hard and winning the ball. Cuts back to the edge of the box. Oh, Takumi Afuka was waiting there for a pass that needed a little bit more on it to find him. Straight away into the attack. Looking for Bailey Callahan. But Perchevsky coming across. Gets the ball. Plays it into the crowd. A sizable crowd here at Seymour Shaw. Sutherland Sharks have built a commentary gantry on the other side of the field. The gantry, or the position I should say, from where we used to commentate, was in the press box up there, right in the middle of the field. It was an absolutely terrific position to commentate from, but you were right among the middle of the crowd, and it was difficult for the camera people. We've got Keely Shepherd with us here today. She's been up there quite a few times. Very difficult, asking people to move, moving the camera around, getting heads in the way. But, no such challenges here on this near side. The terrific gantry in a great position for us. We've got a brilliant view, and we've got a brilliant view of a push in the back there. Jordi Perez did not enjoy that at all. And Zach Zaricic. It was an off-the-ball push in the back there. Referee's going to call him across. He did say that this was going to be a battle, but I didn't imagine it was going to turn into an actual battle. And a long conversation here between Charlie Hollings and Perez. Feels that should have been a yellow card. And I think on another day it might have been, but free kick sufficient, says Charlie Hollings, and Sutherland Sharks get the game going straight away. You don't want to fire up Jordi Perez like that, I can tell you. When he gets fired up, he tends to punish those people that have wronged him. And here he is again, Jordi Perez, looking to get his pound of flesh. And, high foot there, playing on, says the referee. Maya's got the ball now, chipping it over the top for Perez. Perez and Zaricic, they're going to come into contact again here. Let's see what Perez can do. Little shoulder to the back. Both standing up. No foul, say his teammates. Ball not quite drifting out of play. Perez gets a touch. Zaricic gets a touch. Last touch off Perez. And Nizic encouraging his teammates not to let them out of this little pocket that they're trapped in. And Zaricic, he's going to throw it long. Looking for Callahan. Callahan takes a nice touch. McGann is there, battling again. Callahan gets in front. They battle back. A little slip there from Callahan. But, not so, says the referee. That had his ankles tapped by Brendan Gann there. And Seth Clark gets things going again quickly. And he's on the ball again here, Seth Clark. The Kiwi maestro, Seth Clark. He was one of the very bright sparks for Sydney Olympic last year. Towards the end of the season, they kept giving away leads. They kept losing matches that they should have won, drawing matches that they should have won, losing matches that they should have drawn. But Clark, for my money, had a terrific season for Sydney Olympic last year. Got himself a fantastic move, but here he is back playing for Sydney Olympic. You would imagine he's likely to line up in the Australian Championship again, and he is very definitely a player that is up to that standard, as we've seen so far tonight. Showing for the ball all the time, being an outlet for teammates, and battling hard out of possession as well, Seth Clark. He's a fantastic addition for this Sydney Olympic side. Now Nizic looking to find Perez. Perez just floats over his head, so we let Zaricic win that. Afuka for Perez. And Clark is there again, clip to the heels. And free kick this time, which they've taken quickly again, as they do. Olsen looking for options. He's going to play it forward now, looking for Bonilla. Can't quite find Bonilla, but Maya is on the ball there. Turns nicely. Finds Perez. A little bit of space here. Perez takes a touch, looking up. And he's got options at the back post there. And clips the ball just into Zaricic. I'm not suggesting that was deliberate, but probably not disappointed with that outcome. Jordi Perez gets a modicum of revenge there on Zach Zaricic and wins himself a throw. Which looks like he's going to take a long throw in here. Jordi Perez, Vinay Morongan coming to the edge of the 6-yard box. He's usually the target. Perchevsky there as well. Now here comes the throw from Perez. Perchevsky rising to win. Wins it Perez. Wins it Perchevsky, I beg your pardon. But, couldn't find a teammate with that flick. And the ball is played forward only as far as Brendan Gann. And, a little slip there from Riley Hollingdale. That gives us a chance to bring you a weather update. It's a cool night here. Sutherland, not cold though. Not one of those nights where you can see your breath, but a little bit of dew on the surface, you would imagine, and conditions will be getting a little bit slippery for some of the players. Riley Hollingdale there just having a little slip. Now, here Olympic trying to get themselves back into the game. Just over 15 minutes gone in this first half. Battling for possession there. It's Armanakis. They've won the ball back and they found Armanakis again. In those orange boots, and he finds Clark. Clark leaves the ball behind him somewhat, but picks it up again. Dancing around 2-3 would-be defenders. Drops it back again for Armanakis. Armanakis looking to play it across. And finds Bosnjak. And now the shot comes in, but Nizic is there. Gets behind the ball really nicely. Can Nizam with the shot. Nizam, who pretty lively. in his appearances for NWS Spirit in the NPL this year. And that has got him a move across to Olympic again, you would imagine, with a view towards playing in the Australian Championship, which is coming up not too far away. The dates of the start of the championship announced relatively recently. It'll start on the same day as the Ninja A-League and the Men's A-League also, which I think is a good idea. Get the competitions all going together as they did last year. Hopefully they schedule the games one after another after another. You can have an entire day in front of the telly or down the pub watching the football. And I think that worked out pretty well last year with the games on SBS and then of course the A-League games on pay TV. Now a little bit of a lull in the game here somewhat. Sutherland Sharks well worth their 1-goal lead, but they're sitting back just a fraction. And, inviting Olympic onto them. Here is Bagaria now. Finding Clark. Clark driving towards the edge of the box here. Clark. I was shaping for a shot there for a moment, Clark, and well, the ball has rather awkwardly made its way into the box. Armanakis was there, but it matters not because the flag has gone up on this near side. Somewhat awkward attack there. Seth Clark with the ball at his feet, shaping for a shot, but took a bit of a bobble the ball there. Decided not to shoot. Dropped it off for Armanakis. It was slightly behind him. Armanakis then with his knee. Looking to play it forward for Nizam, but Nizam put straight into an offside position. And the ball now is back at the feet of Daniel Lizic. Did look like a slight change of tactics there for a few minutes. Sutherland Sharks sitting back just a fraction, inviting Sydney Olympic onto them. And then you would imagine looking to catch them on the break. But Lizic now has plenty of time. And after all of that, decides to play it short for Perchevsky. A little bit of an awkward couple of passes there, getting the ball out from the back. Armanakis now. Armanakis turns. Well, a swift save there from Daniel Lizic. That was very, very sloppy from Sutherland Sharks. They took an age to take that goal kick. They then played it short. Perchevsky hadn't quite controlled the ball when he found a short pass for Hollingdale. Hollingdale caught in possession. They turned things around quickly, did Olympic. And a smart shot brought a smart save from Daniel Lizic. But that's the most dangerous the away side have looked so far. Lost a bit of their momentum of the Sutherland Sharks here. Looking to get it back now with some short passes. Maintaining some possession. Olsen with the turn. He's got Callahan there in front of him. Olsen now again looking up options to the far side. Olsen sprays a beautiful ball out to that far side. Nicolou now picks it up. Checks back inside Bosanjak. Drops it short now for Maya. Maya gets a touch. And he's caught there right on the edge of the box. Well, it couldn't be more than a millimetre or two away from the box. And the referee has said that is going to be the first yellow card of the game. And the yellow card is for, again, one of their new men, Chok Akien. He enters the referee's notebook. Just over 20 minutes gone in this first half. Beautiful ball sprayed across from left to right by Nick Olsen. He's tried that a few times so far, Nick Olsen. He almost caught Sam Bosanjak 10 minutes or so ago. But this time he did catch him. Yanni Nicolou cutting back inside. Dropped the pass in short for the arriving Tarek Maya. Took a touch Maya. Past not quite the last defender. We would have had a different coloured card if that was the case. But, past one of the last lines of defence. And, just mistimed the tackle there to Jock Akien. Conceded a free kick right on the edge of the box. And it's Perez now. Is he looking to exact some revenge here? Jordi Perez fired up after that foul. Jordi Perez, he's going to strike this free kick. Perez strikes the free kick. Blocked away really nicely by Curto. There was some venom in that from Perez. And, is there a free kick there? No foul, says the referee. Don't get Jordi Perez annoyed. It's good advice for Sydney Olympic. But now here they come on the break. Oh, a crunching challenge. A crunching challenge coming in there. And the referee is reaching into his pocket. We've got a little bit of a melee here. The referee's got a bit of a decision to make here. There's a crunching challenge coming across there. A breakaway run in transition. And just as I said, don't get Jordi Perez annoyed. Calls of off from the Sydney Olympic supporters and from the Sydney Olympic bench there. Their coach Michael Maletta was up on his feet. And, it is on the very furthest part away from the field from us, and it is in fact Jordi Perez. Well, don't get Jordi Perez annoyed. Has been one of the main themes of this game so far, and he came across and, it has to be said, body checked a Sydney Olympic player They're up off their feet. Referee's got a decision to make here. The card could be either colour, it has to be said. And the referee is getting everybody to move away from him. He's having a conversation with both of his assistant referees. He looks to have the yellow card in his hand, and it is indeed a yellow card. Well, he's a relatively lucky boy there, is Jordi Perez. As the boos ring out for the City Olympic supporters, a crunching challenge. The sort of thing you'd see much more on it'd be probably a sin bin in rugby league because there were no arms in the tackle. But he's come across and absolutely crunched a Sydney Olympic player. I didn't quite catch the number of the player who went down. But, everybody is back up on their feet now. And Jordi Perez. He felt wronged earlier on, Jordi Perez, when he was fouled by Zak Zaricic. He's still carrying that little bit of anger. He looked like he'd taken the anger out on a free kick that was driven in. Saved well by Curto. Stopped a very, very promising attack there with again, using the rugby league parlance, a ball and all tackle. The ball wasn't really that near. And he is relatively lucky to stay on the field as Jordi Perez. Needs to just settle down just a fraction. And they'll be looking to go right at him now. Kukuchka looking to go around Perez. But dives in well there, Perez. Makes the challenge. And there is Gan. And Bonilla takes a lovely touch. Bonilla, but he's held back by Hong, and he goes again, Bonilla. Just got a grab of the shorts there. Did Hong. And here's a Fuka. Fuka to go around the outside, turns it in for Bonilla, and then Bonilla is taken down for what felt like a second time. Referee again, perfectly positioned. But, you can just see that little bit of acceleration that Bonilla has. Almost slows down, waiting for the ball to arrive, and then accelerates just at the last moment. Got a lovely touch there away from Hong and Zaricic. Hong had a handful of short there. But, referee said, let's play the advantage. Second foul on Bonilla. And the free kick awarded. Free kick now to be taken. It's Olsen and Hollingdale, both standing over the ball. Weighing up their options. Olsen, one arm up in the air, and he floats it in now towards the edge of the box. But, I think he probably wanted that a little bit closer to the penalty spot. And it's headed away, and Armanakis is on the ball now, driving forward. Plays it in short for Callahan. Callahan drops it off. Goes again. Callahan looks to the return pass. But, does not get it from Khan Nizam. Ball is played forward, and there is Bonilla again, charging forward. Again, showing that pace. Doesn't quite get it, but just does enough to put off Adam Bagaria. And they've got the ball back again. And little pause. Patient build-up. 25 minutes gone in this first half. Home side Sutherland Sharks. One goal to the good here. Seymour Shaw. As I said, Nicholas Olsen. Well, he almost lost control of the ball there for a moment, Nicholas Olsen, but recovered nicely. And he's found Gan. Gan. He's got a Fuka in front of him. Fuka now plays it on for Perez. Hopefully he's cooled down just a little bit, hopefully from a Sutherland Sharks perspective. He's cooled down just a little bit, Jordi Perez. And now Olsen looking to ding it forward again. Can he find Bonilla? Well, he can't because Josh Hong is there and he does really well. Spots the danger. Gets a little ding tether away to a teammate, but they've turned the ball over almost immediately. And they're coming again now, the Sharks. Momentum with them. Perchevsky for Vane Marongan. Short for Maya. Maya turns on the ball nicely. Drops it outside. Finds Nicolau. Nicolau very tight there at that far side. Olsen back across for Nicolau. He's got Fuka attacking the penalty spot. Takumi Fuka's there. Ball is just played behind him. And, struggling to get the clearance away. There's Bagaria. Took a touch. Took a little header. Got the ball away. And now Hollingdale. Will he shape to shoot? No, he drops it outside for Perez. Perez floats the cross in. Bonilla gets there. Headed onto the bar and away. Well, he's dangerous every time he gets near the ball. Here is Bonilla. Terrific header there from the Jordi Perez cross. He's got his head in his hands. Terrific instinctive save there from Curto. Threw up a paw. Got a touch on the ball. Up onto the bar and away. And, we were a fraction away from the home side being 2 goals to the good. He has looked very, very dangerous indeed, Diego Bonilla. Ball at his feet. The ball on his head. And a whisker away from 2-0 there. Back now for Nizic. Nizic for Perez. Perez contesting with Zaricic. Zaricic gets a touch. Ball looks like it might drift out. Perez fighting for the ball as it stayed in here. No whistle from the ref just yet. Well, a late whistle there. Very, very late whistle there for the ref. And Jamie Perchevsky is not best pleased with that whatsoever, nor is Brendan Gadd. They're having words with the assistant down on this near side. The assistant had not flagged to suggest that the ball was out. And so Charlie Perez thought he was away and into the clear there. But, ball had drifted out. Says Charlie Hollings. But the throw has been awarded to the Sutherland Sharks, which Perez has taken. He's found Perchevsky. Perchevsky in turn finds Gann. And Gann now back for Nizic. Nicolau. He's held up there by Nizam Nicolau. So he drifts the ball back for Nizic. He plays the ball high up into the night sky. He'll contest again, Bonilla. What a great spring he has. And he's won the ball well there. Contesting with Bozenjak. And he's won it again. Keeper's off his line. Just floats the ball over. Well, it's turning into the Diego Bonilla show here somewhat. The ball at his feet there. He is pressuring Bozenjak. He's pressuring Akien. They got the ball between the two defenders, and he's there again. And again, Bonilla. Well, this has been an absolutely terrific 30 minutes of football, almost 30 minutes of football from Diego Bonilla. Headed chances, shooting chances, winning the ball around midfield. He's been the star man so far, alongside Nick Olsen, who has the first goal of the game. Scored after 5 minutes, and that's the difference between the two teams at the moment as we head towards the 30-minute mark. And there is Olsen again, looking to get on the ball, but just made it back there, as they say, for the defender. And again, the referee perfectly positioned. Charlie Hollings, he's been on top of everything so far. That's Charlie Hollings. And now Clark. They've got to try and maintain some possession here, Olympic. They're giving the ball away far too cheaply. And they're giving the ball away inside their own defensive third as well. Chance to break now. Touch for Zartic. Zartic. Can he keep it in? Doesn't quite keep it in there. But again, a turnover. A little bit of conversation between the Olympic players. The defenders are saying that they want players to move back towards them. The midfielders and attackers are saying play the ball early. But, it's all part of the learning process for what is, you have to say, essentially a brand new team. Little pockets of players who will know each other. Zaricic and Clark, of course, will know each other from last year. But, not that many players have been playing all the way this year. Callahan and Hong will know each other somewhat. But the new men, including Bagaria, who's on the ball there, and has been fouled by Maya. They are still looking to stitch together how this team is going to play. Armanakis looking for Clark. He's been lively. Drops the ball outside for Nizam. Plays it in low. And blocked away at the expense of a corner. Right on the 30-minute mark. A chance now. It's still only 1-0. There's been several good chances for the home side. But as things stand, just 1-0 at the moment. And here is Paddy Armanakis. Right arm in the air. He's got a gaggle of players to aim at, right on the edge of the 6-yard box. And he floats it in right there. Little touch, and then away from Van Emmerongen. Clark picks it up on the edge of the box. Beautiful turn from Clark. Beautiful turn from Clark. Maintains possession well, and then a little bit of a slip. But Perez now. Chance on the break, Perez. And he's got a Fuka outside him. Perez, still Perez. His teammates and his manager felt he should have dropped the ball outside him. David Perkovic visibly upset there with Perez, not giving the ball to Takumi Fuka. And now Kukuchka coming back the other way. It's opening up just a little bit. Lovely little swivel of the hips from Riley Hollingdale and a pivot turn to maintain possession. Lovely composed play. Apology there from Jordi Perez down below us. You have Takumi Fuka in a perfect position just to roll the ball outside into space. And you can see David Perkovic looking across. He caught Jamie Perchevsky and he's pointing to his temples, David Perkovic, and pointing to his eyes. Have a think, have a look, appears to be the message from David Perkovic. And an apologetic hand there from Jordi Perez. He knew almost immediately that he'd done the wrong thing there. And an apologetic wave over to his manager. Very eventful game here for Perez. He's been fouled. He felt he should have been booked. He had a rasping shot from a free kick that was blocked. He himself was on the receiving end of a yellow card that could have been a red. And now he's been on the receiving end of the hairdryer treatment from his coach. So all happening out there for Jordi Perez. And now here is Olsen on the ball, and he drops it off to his fellow pivot, Hollingdale. Hollingdale takes the return pass. Nothing really on for Hollingdale, so he drops it back. Van Emmerongen, always an option there for him, and he drops it back now for Nizic. Nizic is looking up. He sees Perez, and he's going to try and find him here. Perez with Zoricic. What a beautiful ball there. Pinpoint from Nizic. For Perez, for Afuka, back for Perez. Perez dinks the cross in. Just a little bit too much on it there. Well, here comes Nicolou. He's inside the box here, Nicolou. Turns inside, outside. To get past Bosanjak. Can't quite get past him. But he now finds Olsen on the edge of the box. Olsen for Bonilla. Bonilla holding the ball up inside the box. Ball comes back again for Olsen. Olsen looking to find a measured pass in there for Maya. Can't quite find him. Back again for Olsen. Shaping for a shot here, Nick Olsen. Thinks better of it. And then drops it back out now for Perez. He's got Gan behind him. He's got Afuka ahead. And he's got Hollingdale inside. Hollingdale. He spreads the ball across now for Van Emmerongen. And back inside now for Olsen. Nice composed possession football here from the home side. Hollingdale in turn finds Gan. Gan's got an option short. It's Afuka. Afuka for Perez. Afuka makes the run again, and he's found by Perez. Afuka checks back inside, drops it off for Hollingdale. Hollingdale just on the edge of the box there, looks to drop it off for Yanni Nicolou. That was absolutely gorgeous build-up play for the Sutherland Shark side. They're in the mood tonight. Perez with the touch. They've got the ball back here again. The Ole Oles will start to break out now soon enough. Gan floats the ball in. Maya looking to get on the end of it. And now, after what seems like an age in possession, Olympic have the ball. Now, Armanakis driving forward. He's got some options outside him. Plays it short for Callahan. Callahan for Nizam. Flag goes up, though. Hadn't quite checked back inside. It was Bosanjak, I beg your pardon, making the run out on that far side. Went to check the run back inside to Sam Bosanjak. Pass was then released to him. Sharks have taken this free kick. I'm not sure Tarek Meyer knew that. It's a beautiful passage of play there. 2 or 3 minutes of beautiful possession play from this home side. Spraying the ball around. Looking to create chances. Not taking the half chances when they presented themselves. Looking to create a better chance. Eventually it came to naught. They're playing with a little bit of swagger and a bit of confidence. Still only leading by 1-0. And Armanakis now. He's looked comfortable in possession, but they've turned it over yet again. And the ball is switched now across his near side. Afuka taking those little stutter steps that he often takes forward. Drops it off now for Perez. Perez has got Gan calling for it behind him. And he finds Brendan Gan. A little bit of return of passing there between Gan and Perez. And now Hollingdale again for Perchevsky. Perchevsky for Gan and Hollingdale. They're sitting right back, our Olympic. Letting them just pass the ball around here. And now come forward with Nicolou. Nicolou for Maya. Maya plays it back into the path of Nicolou. Beautifully timed challenge there. And a nice little side 5. Bosanjak and Nicolou out on that far side. Left back versus right back. A beautifully timed challenge there from the number 3, Sam Bosanjak. But at the expense of a corner now, which Nick Olsen is striding across to take. 10 minutes or so to go in this first half. They've dominated possession and chances. 1 goal up on the scoreboard. Nick Olsen looking to float the ball in. Van Emmerongen. Perchevsky battling for a bit of space. Ball is floated in out to the near post. Callahan wins it well. Ball not fully away. Brendan Gan is there. And he picks it up nicely. Drops it off for Afuka. Afuka, is there a handball there? Referee says yes, there is. And it's Josh Hong there. They're hanging on just a fraction, our Olympic, you have to say. Josh Hong suggesting that it was shoulder rather than hand. And, Charlie Hollings is unmoved. And we're going to have another free kick in a dangerous area. We've had several of these already in this first half. Free kicks in or around the box. Wait for my whistle, please, says the referee. And it's Hollingdale standing over the ball. He's got Olsen there beside him. He's got Bonilla, Maya, just hovering on the edge of the box dangerously. Perchevsky, Van Emmerongen, and others at the back post. And Brendan Gan almost directly on the penalty spot. Nick Olsen standing over with his left foot. And, Riley Hollingdale lurking with intent. Drops it off for Hollingdale. Didn't quite work out there as they'd intended. But now here comes Olsen in behind. Olsen gets a touch, goes to ground. Waved away, says the referee. Delayed reaction there, the referee. He was having a little bit of a think about that. But, didn't have to think about that second incident. But the free kick situation there, they rather telegraphed that. Nick Olsen standing over the ball. He has got one of the best, if not the best, left foots in the competition. He wasn't going to do anything other than just drop it off there. Roddy Hollingdale looking at the ground, almost feigning disinterest. And when the ball came for Hollingdale, it didn't quite work out for the shot. But Hollingdale then trying to slip Olsen in. Inside channel. Took a touch Olsen. Two defenders there in close attention. Down he went. Referee paused and had a bit of a think about it. And then, again, has become popular in the World Cup. A slightly dramatic wave away to say, no penalty there, we will play on. And we're playing on now with the Sutherland Sharks in possession. Nizic looking to switch the play over to that far side, but it's won well in the air again by Bosanjak. He's been a pretty bright light in defence for the Sydney Olympic side, competing well there against Nicolau and others. And, speaking of Nicolau, here he is trotting across to take this throw in. They're in no particular rush, the Sutherland Sharks, as you would imagine. And as you can see now, another terrific crowd here at Seymour Shaw, down below us as well. These relatively early kick-off times, very family friendly. We've got big numbers of families here, and it's not just players from the team. It looks like oftentimes they're here in their kit, but just local families just jogging up, walking up, and enjoying the football on a Saturday night. Over to my right-hand side as well, the bleachers, to use the American terms, almost totally full here again. Families, young couples, absolutely terrific to see people enjoying their Saturday night out. Of course, you can see from our camera position as we pause for a second with Bailey Callaghan in possession. Callaghan looking to turn inside. Let's maintain possession here nicely, Callaghan. Looks to drop it back outside for Bosanjak. He's held up there, Bosanjak. Gives away possession, and then flying in is Bonilla. And again, a rather dramatic tackle there. And it gives away a throw, which Clark takes, and he takes quickly. A little bit of sustained possession here in a dangerous area. They've won themselves a free kick in a dangerous area. Have Sydney Olympic. And again, just speaking about the crowd, you can see Smithy's bar there, just above where this free kick is going to be taken. Absolutely packed. The balcony packed. The Founders Lounge packed. In behind packed. The game on the TV as well, so people are inside having their dinner, watching the game as well. Really is a terrific, terrific facility here at Seymour Shaw. And they're much loved Sutherland Sharks. They've got some defending to do here. 2 on the wall. 3, 4, 5, just on the edge of the 6-yard box here for Olympic in the dark blue. And they're ready to take this free kick now. Free kick, floated in to the back post. Well, it's evaded absolutely everybody. They were all attacking the ball around about the point of the penalty spot or the near post from our vantage point. Nobody really going around the outside. And that is exactly where the free kick was placed. So, again, a little bit of miscommunication, it seems, from this Olympic side as they're finding their feet, as they're starting to gel as a team. But, you've got to think, obviously, their main mission is avoiding relegation. They are in a decent position, considering the results they've had in the last few weeks compared to where they were a few weeks ago. They are right on the tails of St George FC. Sydney Olympic with 18 points, St George FC with 19. St George City with 25, and Blacktown now also with 25. So it looks like a two-horse race to avoid the straight drop. And you've got to think that, with the quality that they've added to this side, they will be feeling like they've got a decent chance if it is that they end up in the promotion relegation playoff. But the division below, absolutely packed with talent this year. 4 or 5 teams all vying for the playoff position. Blacktown Spartans looking reasonably good. Nothing locked in yet, of course. But Blacktown Spartans looking reasonably good for the automatic promotion spot. But it is very, very tight and congested. A whole series of teams. Bankstown Lions, of course, amongst them. Northern Tigers in there as well, all battling for that second spot. And a chance to get themselves promoted up to the top division. But, Sydney Olympic will have a lot to say about that. Clark now drops it out. Inside now for Armanakis, the 2 10s. Into battle there together. Maya doing really well, winning the ball, finding a teammate, but they're giving it away cheaply at the home side. But Nicolau has done well. Won it back. Is he caught there, Nicolau? Referee says no. Clark battling for the ball again, and there's Armanakis. Turning into a little bit of a pitch battle in the middle of midfield there. Afuka turns, and Afuka is fouled. Very sloppy passage of play there from both sides. Neither team really able to get their foot on the ball. Battling for possession. Referee with a couple of 50-50 decisions there to make. Let the game go as best as he could. But Afuka turning with possession. Felt like he had his ankles clapped. And referee agreed. Free kick awarded. Drifting somewhat towards half-time here. There's a couple of players slipping, and Olsen slipping again. Not the first player to slip. And now here's Nizam. And, well, not slipping there, but sliding in with a terrific challenge is Jamie Perchevsky. And, he wanted to stride forward there, Perchevsky, but thought better of it. And he finds Olsen, who in turn finds Gan. Gan now finds Afuka. Afuka. This is a familiar partner right here in the wing. Perez plays the ball into space for Afuka. Takes a touch, Afuka. He's got Kuchachka there with him. And, does well, Afuka, but can't find a teammate. Finds Bagaria. Bagaria striding forward now. Now a chance on the break for Olympic. It's 3-on-3 here. And it's Nizam. Nizam with the shot. And well, took a very, very awkward bounce there just before it got to Daniel Nizic. And he had to almost Jordan Pickford style there. Wave his wrist towards the ball as it bounced up awkwardly. And that is the most dangerous moment from an Olympic point of view. They strode forward there on the break. 3-on-3. Nizam was there. Bosanjak around the outside. Shot came in and Nizic did well just to flick that ball away. It's going to be a corner. Clark looking to take it short here. Seth Clark, and he's got Armanakis there with him, but chooses to leave it. And now Armanakis thinks about playing it short to Clark. They decide against. Now, corner, floated in. Cleared away, but only as far as Clark. Clark tries it, the shot. And that looks like it was on target there from Seth Clark. A little bit of pinball in the box there, and the referee says, hold on a moment. Well, at first he said it's a goal kick, but he's been corrected by his assistant on this near side. Seth Clark caught that beautifully. Very, very hard skill to master there from Seth Clark. The ball dropping high out of the sky. And he caught it beautifully with his left foot. Too many bodies in the way there for Sydney Olympic point of view, but they've won themselves a corner, and it's floated in low to the near post. I think Adam Bagaria there trying to catch out Daniel Nizic. Nizic was there, as were two defenders. And, that didn't quite go to plan from an Olympic point of view. Just approaching the 45-minute mark. Haven't really had many stoppages in this first half. We had one goal. A referee appears to be saying 1 minute of added time. But, couldn't quite see it. It was either 1 or 2 minutes of added time there for the referee, but he has let the players know. And there is Bagari again, getting a touch, finding Callahan. Callahan, lovely skill. Onto the D, onto the foot. Maintains possession nicely. Finds Clark. Clark for Hong, plays it forward. Gann is there. Backpedaling nicely, Brendan Gann. And he finds Olsen. Olsen. Tommy's inside for Hollingdale. And drops it out for Perez. Olsen. Drifting back. Being pressured by Seth Clark. A little bit of push in the back there from Clark. But, just letting Olsen know that he's there. And then a lovely little nutmeg from Perez. Perez goes again. Shields the ball nicely for Gann. And he plays it forward for Afuka. Afuka with a bit of space. Turns inside Zaricic. Afuka felt like he was held up there by Zaricic. Referee says no. And now here's a chance for Nizam. Nizam gets a touch. Just on the edge of the box now, can Nizam. Steps inside. Well, tries to step inside, Yanni Nicolau. But he's held up nicely by the experienced Nicolau. And Nicolau again for Afuka. Looking to turn. Drops it off now for Hollingdale. We've had 1 minute, so it doesn't look like it's going to be 2 minutes of added time here. As Afuka comes with the ball again. Still looking a little bit bemused to Kimi Afuka that he didn't get the free kick there. And in fact, it is only 1 minute of added time. As our referee, Charlie Hollings, brings proceedings to a close. Just one goal to report in that first half. Scored after 5 minutes. A beautiful driven shot with his left foot from Nick Olsen. That is the difference between the two teams. Sharks have looked lively. But Daniel Nizic has had a few saves to make as well. And so we'll pause here at half-time at Seymour Shaw. The home side Sutherland Sharks leading the away side Sydney Olympic by 1-0. Back in 10 minutes.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through Raffletix. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
Shifting inside. Bugaria spins. Kukuchka. Shifting one way and the other. Kukuchka! Duarte able to link up with Cornish. And now Lockie Scott has stolen a march on Ziggy Gordon here. Lockie Scott bursting into the area and finishing with aplomb. Cheaply giving the ball away there with Killian and giving the Wolves with a golden opportunity here for Cornish. 1 and 2 as well, if you don't mind. Still going here. Kukuchka pulled into the area. Strike. Goal! As support wide in the form of Nizam. Instead it goes centrally for Daniel Wong. Is this the moment? What a save again from Kunail. He's got some more work to do as it rattles the woodwork. Nodded forward. Wong! That is the moment.
Byron can stop him. Here comes Nicholas Olsen to leg it 1-0 and does just. He's very fortunate. That's a good ball. There's plenty of people there. Chance. Oh, and it can't be tapped in by Manly. It's still in the box, waiting for a shot, and it does find it in. And it's Darcy Burgess. Great ball. If Kimura can take it. Oh, what a touch. Kimura all the way through. Could it be two? It is. Oh, what a winner.
Major or Figuera. And Major sends him the wrong way, stares him down. Major, ball just gets away from him. Forced back. Nice turn from Jackson Brown. And how about that from Caleb Jackson Brown? Cross in again. Nikolovsky first tour, but the ball on the edge of the area falls to Marcic. First touch, goal! Michal Marcic comes on and with his first touch. Tanaka crosses in toward O'Brien and he makes it 3.
Kuda looking for Farinella. He's led Adianzio to the ball. Stewart coming through on the outside. Stewart on the tight angle. What an excellent finish. Sydney FC have got a double change in the wings. Junior Conde and Corey Cronin. Here's a pass from Caspers. It's an incisive ball. It's been missed by Zavadinos, and a gift has been presented. Apia's score. And that pass to Pizzuti is promising. Is this Sydney's moment? Pizzuti cuts it back, and stepping in was Conroy. Pizzuti with a drive. It's going to be volleyed in. Sydney are back in business. And it's Josh Brezet.
Touches in opposition half for Spirit up and high. And here's Keeley, and Keeley with the shot. And that's a terrific finish from Callum Keeley up into the top corner. Lovely pass. Skatarich looking for the ball back. Skatarich. Well, Skatarich, the ball is deflected away. And a most unlikely goal as the ball is being cleared. Nicholas Skatarich putting pressure on Jake. You can absolutely see your breath now, as can the players. And now here is Mustafoy. He's inside the box. Takes one touch. Mustafoy looks up, looking to find Keeley. And it's driven into the back post there. Petranos didn't quite catch it, but Kobayashi did. Can he release Kobayashi? He can't. He gets a touch here. Now Kobayashi's getting on the ball. Mustafoy is driving forward. He's onside. He's just got the goalkeeper to beat. Mustafoy is there. A terrific save. No, it's got through. What a finish to this game. Oh, there's a punch from Janjetovic.
It was on a lead, Nathan Roberts. Nathan Roberts trying to get possession. Ball played back to Malfarra. Malfarra has a crack. Malfarra does it once again. Changes for both sides, as we've mentioned. Now Quilligan works a ball towards the far post. There's a touch. Goes over the top of Kenny. Then the header. It's in. Pufflet. Fantastic.
And De Oliveira, and De Oliveira will make way now. De Oliveira put far too much on the last one. Wada goes direct. Superb. A sweet strike from Tomoki Wada.
Here he is with the corner. It's a good ball in. Sunot has to punch. It's back out with Franco Meyer. And how about that? Bernie on that underlapping run gets into the area and lays it off for Jesic. And Marconi go bang bang. Down easy for Sekenis. He's looking to try and add something. Damien Sekenis gets Sunday Yona into the attack. Yona tries to go between defenders. Still has it, Sunday Yona. Sekenis with the header.
Oh. And we are nearly ready for the off. In fact, there we go. Second half is underway here at Seymour Shaw. Home side leading by 1-0. And just looking around to see if there have been any substitutions. I can't see any at the moment. We've got, looks from our vantage point like it's Diego Bonilla has changed jersey numbers. He's got the 42 jersey on in this second half. But, from our vantage point, it does look like it is the number 19, or as he was, the number 19, Diego Bonilla. There is no number 42 listed as a sub. So when he comes a little bit closer to us, and yes, it is indeed, Diego Bonilla has swapped from 19 into the number 42. And Olympic now on the attack straight away. It's Bagaria. Drops it back inside for Seth Clark. Bagaria again, floats the ball in towards the edge of the box. Armanakis holds it up, turns, looking to get the shot away. Finds Callahan. Callahan back for Clark. He looked the man most likely in that first half, did Seth Clark. And he drops it out for Zoricic, who finds Armanakis again. In those distinctive orange boots. Ball is played into the into the solar plexus of Riley Hollingdale. He stayed down. Referee says play on. Chance for a shot. Early shot there. Not quite 90 seconds gone in this first half. And, ball floats over the bar, and now just checking on Bailey Callahan. He is still down, Bailey Callahan, and it did look like he. I don't think he caught it in the family jewels. I think it was more in the solar plexus there. But, he's back up on his feet and walking a little bit gingerly. But okay to continue, he says. And Charlie Holling says, let's go again with that goal kick. But good chance in the opening 2 minutes here of this second half. Olympic look to get themselves right back into this game. And there is Bosanjak. Wins it well in the air. Finds Olsen. Olsen for Maya. Fuka looking to get down the middle there. Well, he's recovered well. Has Josh Hong. Takumi Fuka look to be into an acre of space. But they've maintained possession here, the Sharks. And it's Perez dropping it back from Maya. Maya in turn for the looking to be fully recovered Hollingdale. And then for Olsen. For Nicolau. Nicolau spinning, turning. Looking to get the return ball from Van Emerongen. Chooses the safety of Jamie Przewski. And now again of Fuka, showing all the time of Fuka. We don't get the stats, of course, but I felt like he had more touches than anyone in that first half to give me a Fuka. And again for Nicolau. They're pressing a little bit more at the start of the second half, Olympic. Hollingdale over the top. Bonilla is there. Maya is there. Can he stay on side, Maya? He can indeed. He does well. But Jokakien stretches out the leg there. He's a tall man. And number 6, the central defender. And he gets there before both Bonilla and Maya. And he gets the ball away, but at the expense of a corner. Nick Olsen coming across to take this. Olsen now, he's got Hollingdale coming short. Feints to take it. Steps back, he's going to take it now here. Olsen flicks it in towards the near post. Well, it's won well by Przewski. And the ambitious overhead from Bonilla. Drops back for Garn. And ball comes back off an Olympic defender, but Bonilla, he's an excitement machine, Bonilla. It was an attempted overhead kick there that would have brought the house down. But, didn't quite catch it as he would have liked. But, they have won themselves a corner kick, the home side, the Sutherland Sharks. And it's Hollingdale now, heading across to take it. Usual suspects, masked on the penalty spot. Przewski, Van Emerongen, Bonilla is there also. Nick Olsen coming late. And Takumi Fuka hovering with intent on the edge. Maya right in on top of the goalkeeper. It's one well in the air by Przewski. And a little bit disappointed with himself there. Jamie Przewski caught the ball well, but felt like he might have brought more of a save from the goalkeeper. Philip Kurtu, who looked pretty strong in that first half, Kurtu. A couple of decent stops. Not really much he could do about the goal. It was a brilliant driven shot from Nick Olsen. Just went inside the far post from our vantage point here, and that is still the difference between the two teams. It was 5 minutes gone in the first half when the goal was scored. 5 minutes gone now in the second half. No change to that scoreline as the ball is floated forward towards Bonilla again, but one well in the air by Zaricic out on that far side. A great pedigree, Zach Zaricic, as I mentioned in the first half. His father played for New Zealand and captain New Zealand, in fact, in a Confederations Cup. And his opposing captain in one of those games of the Confederations Cup, none other than Lothar Matthäus. So World Cup winning skipper Lothar Matthäus captained against Zach Zaricic's father in the Confederations Cup. Will we add, it's a question, will we add another name to the list of those who have lifted the World Cup this weekend? Or will Lionel Messi become the first captain to lift a World Cup twice? It will be revealed on SBS, live and free at 5 a.m. on Monday morning. We've got quite a few people at New South Wales Football New South Wales, just to say, on the NPL, also involved in SBS. Oliver Walker-Peel, Maeve Sparrow, Conor McNally, and others also involved, and well done to all of them on an absolutely brilliant World Cup. The production was brilliant, and the socials were brilliant. And, also Claudio Fabiano, who is the central defender and oftentimes captain of the University of New South Wales side. He has done an absolutely brilliant job presenting, so well done to all those involved. We've also got a connection with the NPL New South Wales. And we've got ourselves a corner now, out on that far side, looking to get themselves right back into this game. Just one goal behind Olympic, and they take the corner short, and they find Clark. Clark drops it back off for Armanakis. Armanakis makes a bit of room for himself and floats it in, but Perchevsky is there, wins it well. Ball is coming back in, and the two sixes who were very, very different physical specimens, Riley Hollingdale and Jock Akien. But Hollingdale did really well there, outmatched from a size point of view, but did well in the air. Now here's Callahan. Sliding challenge comes in, and the referee just paused for a moment there, looking to see if there's any advantage forthcoming. Sliding challenge from Jamie Perchevsky there. Didn't stay on his feet. And when you come off your feet, you have got to win the ball first. Took the man, then the ball. And we've got ourselves a chance now for Sydney Olympic. 7 minutes gone in this second half. And a significant chance now for the away side. It's Pani Armanakis standing over the ball. Mizic has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the wall, plus a draft excluder. There's going to be two mentions of Leo Messi in 5 minutes here. Leo Messi, who is the draft excluder for Argentina from free kicks. Everybody's got to play their part. It's Jamie Perchevsky on this side who's the draft excluder now. Free kick comes in, and it's deflected away. Brendan Gann. He's caught it in the eye there, it appears, Brendan Gann. Pani Armanakis not quite able to clear the wall there. They have looked much more promising in this second half, Sydney Olympic, and their fan base have moved up to be supporting them right down on this left-hand side there, and they've got the Sydney Olympic chants going. And here is Clark. Clark, beautiful ball in. Well, he goes down, referee has a think, and again waves it away. Seb Kukuchka, who has been very, very dangerous in recent weeks. And there is Bonilla. Bonilla looking to switch it across for Afuka. Afuka takes a beautiful touch. Spinning turn. Finds Hollingdale. Hollingdale's got Olsen outside him. And he finds him. Olsen back again for Hollingdale. Hollingdale just inside the box. Drives it in low. Blocked away well. They recovered quickly there. Did Sydney Olympic transition well back in defence. But again, the story of this game, they've given the ball away almost immediately. And it's Maya again on the ball. He of the orange boots. Two pairs of orange boots have looked comfortable in possession. Maya, and a beautiful turn there from Maya again, just as we mentioned, comfortable in possession. I thought he was going to commentators curse me there, but he didn't. He did quite the opposite. Now, Nicolou. Well, he drops it off for Olsen, and Olsen with a lovely ball over the top, Bonilla, but paused for a minute there, Bonilla. I think he knew what fate was coming his way. The assistant on this near side has flagged. The referee having a little word with with Bonilla here. I'm not clear what that exchange was all about, but referee encouraging Diego Bonilla not to do something. The something, not totally clear from our vantage point. And, they played the ball out nicely there from the back. And they're going to come again here, Olympic, with Zoricic. Kukuchka's forward, looking for the ball, but Clark again comes short. He has been a terrific outlet, Seth Clark. It's no space to work in. And Riley Hollingdale all over him, like white on rice, as they say. No room to move. And Seth Clark looking to pivot and turn. Couldn't quite keep the ball in play. Throw it awarded to the home side in the light blue. Playing from left to right now, of course, in the second half. Attacking the Smithies bar end to the ground. And that man, Buddy, again, looking to get himself involved. Looking to get a touch on the ball. He had some terrific chances in that first half. A terrific save from Curto, denied him. He tried to pick Curto off his line and couldn't quite make it work. But looked dangerous. And now Olsen. He's been caught in possession here, Nick Olsen, and it's Nizam. Nizam looking to find Bosanjak. But Van Emerongen, the tall figure of these Van Emerongen, gets in there well, slides in, wins the ball back. But, they've picked it up again. And Nizam is in possession. And he finds Akien. Akien for Hong. And Hong for Clark. He's having to come very, very deep to get the ball here, Seth Clark. And he's looking for it again. He gets it back from Bosanjak. He's really running things now, Seth Clark. Everything is going through him. And a beautiful ball spread out to that far side for Zarcic. Zarcic floats in the cross. Well, it was head height the entire way there from Zach Zarcic. A terrific, driven cross. Nizam, not far advanced enough to get on the end of that. Bailey Callahan also there. And as we said, you can perhaps hear them now. The City Olympic supporters have come down now just to the right of Daniel Lizic's goal, and they are in great voice, looking to get their team back into this game with a goal. Now, Van Emerongen back for Lizic. Was quite a lot of pace on that back pass from Daniel Lizic, and terrific little bit of skill here from one of the supporters down below as the ball came to him at a very difficult angle, caught it on the half volley and played it back into the field of play nicely, and got some great cheers from those around him. And, didn't spill his beer either. Well played, that man. We'll be telling everybody that story for the rest of the night, I'm sure. Now they've won themselves a corner here with Bosanjak right down beside where their supporters are. Clark gets a touch, tries to win a corner, and does well, wins himself a corner, but catches one on the ankle there for his troubles, Seth Clark. And now Armanakis looking to take it short. Takes it short. Finds Clark. Armanakis again. Plays it in low. Bit of space here for Bagaria. Bagaria looks to drive the shot in. Brenton Gown does well. Stands his ground. And the ball is now hoofed clear. Hong is back there with the Fuka. Played forward now. Bonilla takes a touch. Can he get a second touch? Can't quite. Nizam does really well working back there. Game has opened up quite a bit here. Reflecting again on the ladder position, Sutherland Sharks in 4th place. A win here. Obviously, they maintain that position. Just a fraction ahead of Rockdale, who, of course, they play next week. And it's an absolute blockbuster fixture. Rockdale at home to the Sutherland Sharks. The sort of game that you think is likely to decide who it is. Not quite fully decide, but go a long way to deciding who is going to get that Australian Championship spot. Now, Bonilla looking to get it behind. Bonilla, he's got behind the keeper. He's got a touch. Oh, he's just drifted wide from Bonilla. He is causing havoc there at the back. Hong and Akien between them weren't able to clear the ball. Bonilla got the touch. Curto came out, and the ball in almost slow motion drifted towards the goal, and wasn't quite able to accelerate enough to get there. And out it goes. Another chance goes a begging for the home side. And, bit of a necessary foul there from Van Emerongen. It stays at 1-0. And Seth Clark has played the ball to his opposite number, Takumi Afuka. Afuka finds Maya, back for Bonilla, back for Maya. Just driven wide, Maya chips it up to the back post, but nobody there from a Sutherland Sharks point of view. Takumi Afuka takes a touch. Still has possession there of Fuka. Well, that was a very, very casual pass from Seth Clark. They've turned it over again. Perez to the back post. Just drifts up onto the top of the net there. Well, very, very casual. An out of character play there from Seth Clark. Free kick was awarded. He played it Roberto Carlos style with the outside of his foot. Didn't quite catch it properly and went directly to Takumi Fuka. There was a 4-on-3 for the Sutherland Sharks. Couldn't quite get themselves a shot on goal, and it's gone down the other end, and Nizic is there, and he plays it high up into the crowd. But, will they live to regret these series of chances, the home side? 15 minutes gone in the second half. In the last few minutes, they've had 2 clear-cut opportunities. Tarek Maya couldn't quite pull the trigger. Bonilla nipped in between 2 defenders, but couldn't get the ball and turn it in. It is still only 1-0. And here comes Bosanjak, looking to make that score 1-1. He drops it back for Bagaria, who in turn finds Clark again. He'll be looking to make up for that little out of character, bit of casualness from Seth Clark, and he finds Zaricic. And Zaricic in turn. Right there finds Bagaria. I beg your pardon, it's Kukuchka. Kukuchka wins himself at the corner, out on that far side, which Armanakis is going to take. Sydney Olympic again. Choose to take it short. And it's Clark. And Armanakis plays it towards the back post. Nizic is there. Well, he has to backpedal quickly, Daniel Nizic. Claiming he didn't get a touch on the ball, but again, the referee positioned really nicely to see. And again, they're going to go for the short corner. This has really been a feature of their game. And here is Bagaria now. Stepping over the ball, Bagaria chips it up to the back post. But it evades everybody in the box. But comes for Armanakis. Armanakis now dinks it in. Comes in low, flicked around, and it's coming off the post, and it's in there! They've got themselves the equaliser. Armanakis with the cross. Bosanjak with the touch. Well, Armanakis is getting all of the congratulations. 16 minutes gone in this second half, and it is 1 goal apiece. They are made to rue those missed chances. Well, it's not clear who the goal has been credited to. The ball was flicked in by Armanakis. It got a touch from Bosanjak. It looked like it maybe got a touch off a Sutherland Sharks defender as well. But the orange flare has been lit. Sydney Olympic have got themselves right back into this game. It's 1 goal apiece. They headed down to that end of the field, the Sydney Olympic supporters, and they've been providing terrific support for their team. Chance after chance missed by the home side, the Sutherland Sharks. Olympic, they won themselves 3 corners in quick succession, all of them taken short. Sutherland Sharks not really there and alive to the danger. But, out on that far right-hand side, he's been the danger man with the ball at his feet, Armanakis, from an Olympic point of view. And he's created the chance. A bit of chaos in the box. Bosanjak appeared to get a touch. Might have come off a defender last. We'll have a review afterwards. But the scorer is less important than the score. And the score is 1 goal apiece now. And here's Armanakis again, causing havoc. But Nizic is there. Plays it forward. Bonilla contests in the air. Looks second favourite there, Bonilla. Referee says no foul. And now here is Olsen playing the ball over the top. Was he offside there? Maya looked like he drifted into an offside position. We've got a second ball on the field as well. Maya now dinks the ball in. Cleared away well. And, still have a second ball on the field, but the game goes on, and they're coming again now. They surely couldn't take the lead, could they? Armanakis driving forward. Well, he's pulled back by Perchevsky. And that is going to be a yellow card. Jamie Perchevsky with the professional foul there. You could see that Armanakis was bearing down on goal. And we've got a few people just coming around here just to check on this orange flare that was lit. There's some representatives from the Sutherland Sharks just going down to have a chat to the Olympic supporters, imploring them not to let off flares. I think that was more of a smoke bomb than a flare. But, Smoke bombs, flares, again, not crucial to the scoreline. It is 1-1. Can they make it 2-1? Callahan! Bosanchak! Unbelievable. From absolutely nothing, they looked dead and buried. If Bonilla was able to put that second goal in, and then a whisker away from going 2-1 into the lead. The ball was floated in. It fell for Bosanchak again. He was there. He had the goal at his mercy. He could not convert. We stay at 1-1, and all of a sudden, it is Sydney Olympic who are in the ascendancy here. The fans are cheering. The players are playing with a bit more confidence. That man Armanakis at the centre of everything. The smoke bomb was orange. The boots are orange from Armanakis. I'm not sure if those two things are linked. But, either way, 20 minutes gone in this second half. 1 goal apiece. Endeavouring to complete a great escape here are the away side Sydney Olympic, looking to secure their position, certainly in the finals. And also with an eye on that Australian Championship spot are the home side, the Sutherland Sharks. The momentum is all now with the men in dark blue. And they're coming again. Callahan. Can't quite get a touch on it. Falls for Olsen. Olsen for Perez. He's caught there, Perez. Referee says play on as Maya drives forward. And he holds the ball up really well, Maya. Referee pauses and says, yes, that's going to be a free kick. He's still down, Perez. And looks like we're going to have a little bit of movement on the bench, but not before this attack develops. They're taking the free kick quickly. And the Sutherland Sharks, is there another push in the back there? A second free kick in quick succession is awarded. 3/4 of this match have been completed. 1 goal apiece here at Seymour Shaw. And it looks like we're going to have our first intervention from David Perkovic in terms of substitutions. The signal was there for the substitution, but now we're going to have the free kick first. And it's Hollingdale. He's got Fanny Morongan at the back post. Looking to make a late run here. Pershevsky attacking the penalty spot. Bunny is there as well. And referee's going back across now to see if they are going to make that substitution. And indeed they are. And so it's Yanni Nicolau who was making his way off. Nicolau off. And Lockie MacDonald comes on. They take the free kick quickly here. Tarek Maya gets a touch. But it's blocked away. Still battling now for the ball. Gan. Well, we've had an Olympic player go down inside the box. Perchevsky standing over him. Exchanging a few words. The rest of the Olympic players not best pleased with that. And, they've pushed Jamie Perchevsky away. He'd do well to walk away there, Perchevsky. He's already on a yellow card. And so just confirming it is indeed Yanni Nicolau who's made his way off. And Lockie MacDonald in the number 2 jersey who has made his way on. Now it's Hong there, who's gotten himself back onto his feet. The goalkeeper Curto has got the ball in his hands. He's expecting it to be a drop ball. Referee is looking to sort things out here. The ball had gone out of play over on the far side. But, he's having a long conversation here with Perchevsky. It looks to be words to the effect of, let me referee the game, you don't need to get involved. And, he's taking control of things really well here, Charlie Hollings. And he's heading across to the far side. Looks like there's going to be a drop ball, is there? We might even have ourselves a contested drop ball, will we? Haven't seen one of those this year so far. But, referee now is going to drop the ball. It's not totally clear, but he's going to drop the ball to the Sutherland Sharks as such. And play will commence, obviously, immediately as soon as the ball is dropped. And Hollingdale gets the ball and just drops it back for Perez. Perez now floats the cross in. Perchevsky is there. Perchevsky with the header. It is blocked down and cleared away. And it's now with Afuka. Afuka drops it back. 20 or so minutes to go. MacDonald is on for Nicolau. Now Hollingdale looking to get outside Clark. That's been a great battle as well. Hollingdale and Clark. Clark has won the battle there but lost the war. Got the ball, got it out. It's going to be a throw, and it's Perez now looking to take one of his patented long throw-ins. Van Emerongen at the front post, Brachevsky at the front post as well. Bonilla hovering with intent to the penalty spot. Now, Van Emerongen wins it. Can't direct it towards a light blue teammate. And they're going to come in the break there. Nizam looked very much like a handball there from our vantage point, and the crowd thought so too. But the referee was directly on the spot there and said no play on. And now here he is again, Armenakis. Armenakis loses possession and smashes the ball at the fence there on the side. Lots of young kids just on the edge of the fence. That could have gone pear-shaped. 20 minutes to go. The public address announcer here is looking to get the fans and the crowd behind the home side. Looking to try and get the momentum back in this game. They had the momentum. They had a ton of chances. They couldn't convert any of them. And with the first really decent chance they had, Olympic equalised, and they've got the momentum now. Ball is played forward. He's across there really well as Van Emerongen. Armenakis with the ball at feet, running forward. He looks extremely dangerous. Olsen gets there first. Referee says play on. Acknowledged that there was a foul, but says play on. And Hong has got to go back. Drops it back for Curto. Curto gets under it slightly. And it's one well in the air there by McDonald. Looking to press, Akien. He's caught in a corner there, Akien, but he does well. Finds Callahan. Slightly heavy touch by Bailey Callahan, but does well to retain possession. And he finds Hong, who again just give the ball to Armenakis. Appears to be the strategy that they're going with, and it's working pretty well for them so far. Forward there, looking for Nizam. Coming to the edge of his box well is Daniel Nizic. Looking across to the Olympic bench. Doesn't seem to be any movement there just for the moment. Now Hong is there with Bonilla again. Bonilla causing all sorts of consternation every time he gets near the box is Diego Bonilla. And here is Clark again, holding the ball up, turning nicely. Getting away from Hoddingdale. Give it to Armenakis. Now Armenakis plays the ball into space. Bagaria. No, it's Kukachka. He's onside here. Kukachka drives it in. There is Nizic, and he does really well. Well, Bagaria and Kukuchka have been absolutely electric in possession. It's really, really opening up now. Olsen driving forward. Nick Olsen playing it through for McDonald. McDonald drives it in low. Nobody there. Nobody there. And Takumi Ifuka rather stopped his run there. Ball drifts out on that far side. The crowd are on edge. They're willing their team forward. Sydney Olympic looking electric on the break. Bagaria in the 21, Kukuchka in the 23. Both looking very, very lively when they get on the ball. They've got almost the same haircut. We've got very, very similar boots. Bagaria's just got the socks slightly higher. And that's my point of difference between the two. As Curto now drives the ball forward. And it's won well by Perchevsky, who finds Ifuka. The 2-7s doing battle again. And, Seth Clark just tugging Takumi Ifuka back a little bit. He feels like he's being fouled every time he touches the ball. Takumi Ifuka. And looks like it's another change coming up now for the Sutherland Sharks. Richard Shiweki looks to be getting himself ready on the sideline there. And decision time for David Perkovic. He's looked so lively, Diego Bonilla, and the person probably most likely to score. But is he running out of steam a little bit? Do you sacrifice him in a somewhat like-for-like swap? Now, Van Emerongen, can he get on the end of it? Maya! Oh, terrific save! Full stretch there from Curto. Maya controlled the ball beautifully, just on the edge of the box. No real pressure there. He had the time he needed to pick his spot. Deftly played the ball with his right foot. But Curto, showing all of his experience and using all of his size, reached up, tipped the ball over beautifully. Almost 30 minutes gone in this first half. That would have put the Sutherland Sharks back into the lead. Philip Curto with a terrific A-League standard save there. Now, ball floats in. It's headed away, but not cleared away fully. It's a touch off Akien. Only as far as Olsen. Olsen Looking to play it low for Hollingdale. Can't quite find him. They're going to break here. Olsen chasing back. Holds up Callahan. Callahan retains possession. And he then finds Bagaria. Bagaria, in turn, finds Armanakis. Armanakis. Drifting forward is Callahan. Can he get a touch, Callahan? Gets a touch, Callahan. Well, not even half-hearted, I would say quarter-hearted appeal there from Bailey Callahan for a penalty. But McDonald did well coming across. The substitute, Lockie McDonald. They've taken the short corner again and again. They've got time and space to do that. David Perkovic will be pulling his hair out. And they've got a chance to shoot. Shot comes in. These short corners, time and time again, Sutherland Sharks defence is allowing the time and space for those short corners to be taken. But, it's clearly something that they've put together, possibly because it's 3 at the back for the Sutherland Sharks. They don't have full backs. They've got 3 at the back and wing backs. They have perhaps identified that as a little bit of a tactical item for them to focus on. And they've done so well taking those short corners. Beg your pardon. McDonald for Maya. Back for Van Emmerongen. Olsen plays it in low for Bonilla. Can't quite find Maya. There is Bagaria. And here come Olympic. It's 3-on-3. Armanakis driving forward. Olsen does really, really well. And plays the ball into space now for Hollingdale. The 2 number 6s against each other. Hollingdale drops it over for McDonald. Afuka is making the run. McDonald chooses to find Hollingdale, who in turn finds Maya, who finds Olsen. Olsen digs the ball out from under his feet, gets the shot in. Doesn't trouble the keeper this time. It feels like a season-defining last 15 minutes here for the Sutherland Sharks. There are not that many games to go. We're in round 24. And, well, there is our answer to the question. So it's Tarek Maya off. More of a creative player than a finishing player. And a man who has got a terrific number of goals for them so far this season. 6 goals so far already for Richard Shueki. He was a starter for large parts of the season, but he has been deposed by Diego Bonilla. But this is what David Perkovic was always going to use Shueki for. I spoke to David Perkovic before the game. We had a lovely chat. And I asked him about Shueki. He's been great. He's been scoring goals. He's been playing well. And the look that David Perkovic gave me was essentially to say he's been terrific, but he has been better. And so he's still going to get his chance to make a difference here, Shueki. He's full of energy. He's full of enthusiasm. Can he be the player to unlock the defence here and seal what would be an incredibly important win for the home side? They're coming again in attack. It's Perez driving forward. He's got Afuka inside him in a bit of space. Afuka, they're dropping off a little bit. Still going Afuka. Loses control of the ball. Bagaria gets it, wins it, but gives it away almost immediately. And they're going to come again here. Shueki has it. Drops it through for Bonilla. Akian is there. Bonilla pressing hard. Can he get a touch here? Bonilla, he can. He's got the ball. He's sold it away. He's held back. Drops it off for Shueki. Off the bar. Off the bar. Well, they created a chance out of nothing there. The 2 central strikers combining well. A dangerous game he was playing. Akien to let the ball drift out of play. Diego Bonilla just got in behind, nicked the ball away. He felt like he was being pulled back. Would have been interesting if Bonilla had gone down there under the challenge. But he saw Richard Shueki there, dropped the ball off for him. Shueki drove in the shot. Curto was beaten. But the crossbar has come to the rescue of Sydney Olympic. Is it going to be one of those nights for the home side? They hit the crossbar in the first half. Diego Bonilla header after the touch from Curto. They've hit the crossbar on this occasion. No touch from Curto this time. He's made some terrific saves as well. Their star goalkeeping signing. But as things stand, it is 1 goal apiece. Olympic continuing their battle to avoid the trapdoor. Sutherland Sharks, they are going to be desperate to try and get a winner here. And they've won the ball back almost immediately with so little possession. They've done an amazing job. Kukuchka now. Driving forward, looking to find Nizam. No messing around from Van Morangen. Felt Nizam behind him there and said, I'm just going to get this away. And now Clark again for Armanakis. Armanakis, beautiful little back heel there, putting Clark into a touch of space. Clark holds the ball up, finds Bagaria. Bagaria shaping for the shot. Bagaria with the shot. Had to backpedal there just for a moment to Daniel Lizic. But, from his point of view, the ball just sailed over. We're going to have a couple of changes, a couple more changes by the looks of things now. Bonilla is coming back on. That's not a change. But, we've got a substitute ready for Sydney Olympic. We'll bring you those details in just a moment. Bonilla now getting the green light to come back on. Perez holds it up, drops it inside for Hollingdale. Hollingdale can't quite find a Fuka. And Nizam now will come. You feel like there's going to be a dramatic ending here, one way or another. Akien finds Hong. Akien gets it back again. Striding forward, looking to play the ball into space there for Bosanjak. They've left the space behind as Afuka. Well, Afuka drops it off for Shaweki, and it's picked up by Nizam. Nizam driving forward. Afuka gets there. Well, he felt like he got the ball. Referee disagreed. And because it is in a dangerous position, once he's given the foul there, really had no choice but to issue another yellow card to Kimi Afuka this time on the receiving end of a yellow. So that's Perez, Afuka and Perchevsky all on the receiving end of yellows. Substitution about to be made here. Are they going to take the free kick first or make the substitution? Referee is still managing the details around the free kick. And he's had a terrific evening tonight. Has Seb Kukuchka, but he is making way for these last 10 minutes or so. And if we've got some drama, it'll be the last 15 minutes or so. And so in the 23 jersey, Kukuchka is off. Just looking to confirm who has come on. Our fourth official has not lifted the board to tell us who's come on, but he's standing over the free kick at the moment. So we've got Bagaria who's there, standing over the free kick. Seth Clark is there as well. Referee wants the wall back just a little bit. But it's Marcus Fernandez in the 34 jersey who has made his way on. And, he was looking interested in the free kick, but Seth Clark and Adam Bagaria are saying, no thanks, mate. And so, Bagaria stands over the ball. He's got the socks all the way up now this time. Bagaria, Clark is there as well. Referee's whistle blows. Bagaria now with the free kick. High and over the bar, not troubling Donald Nizic at all. And he's disappointed with himself there, Bagaria. More conversation going on between Brendan Gann and the referee, Nick Olsen, getting involved as well. Perchevsky getting involved as well. We're going to have another substitution here. Sutherland Sharks making the change this time. It's Takumi Afuka making way. And it's Danny Choi coming on in the 11 jersey. So a little bit more of an attacking option, Danny Choi, than Takumi Afuka. Both attack-minded players. But I think fair to say Danny Choi, out-and-out attacker. Whereas Takumi Afuka looks to come short, looks to bring other players into things, a little bit more so. So, no question, David Perkovic going for the win here. He's got Shaweki, he's got Bonilla, he's got Choi, he's got Olsen. All very much attack-minded players, and Olsen looks to be pushing himself forward just a little bit as well. Still playing three at the back. McDonald, Perchevsky and Van Morangen at the back. But, Gann is there as well, so just keep an eye out to see what they're going to do in terms of their formation here. Sutherland Sharks as they press forward. And, pressing forward now with the away side. Kanazam on the ball. And he drops it short. Pani Armanakis for Clark. Clark, that lovely left foot of his, drops the ball out to the far side for Zoricic. Looking to get the ball back again, Clark. Zoricic chooses to find Hong instead. Armanakis coming short, looking for the ball. It's played out again for Zoricic. Zaricic for Callahan. Callahan. He's caught in the back there, is he? But, referee says no. Fair challenge. And the throw-in is taken really quickly. Shaweki gets a touch. Is he fouled by Hong? Does he commit a foul? Well, felt like he was fouled first, Richard Shaweki. And then the referee has adjudged him to have committed a foul, to the boos and jeers of the still quite decent crowd over in the grandstand there on the far side from our commentary position. And now Bagaria playing it in behind. Thinks about it. Daniel Lizic decides to stay in his line, and just as well, Nizam gets the ball, miscontrols it, and MacDonald has got it, and he can bring it away. 5 minutes of regular time left to go here. Brendan Gann leaves the ball behind him just for a second, but he then finds Amarongan. Amarongan in for Shaweki. Shaweki for MacDonald. Danny Choi makes the early run, but has to check it. He's offside there, Danny Choi. Still has not gone back onside, Danny Choi here. But, assistant referee's flag stays down. Akia now on the ball, plays it short for Bosanjak. Bosanjak, is he caught? He feels he is. Referee says no. Shaweki, quick exchange of passes with MacDonald. MacDonald running in, finds Shaweki. Defender slipping and sliding. And then Nizam goes down. No foul, says the referee. And there is Clark taking a lovely touch, calming things right down. Finds the release in Zach Zaricic. Zaricic plays it forward. Brendan Gann on the ball again, driving forward. MacDonald calling for it on this near side. Olsen releases him absolutely brilliantly. Can he control it, MacDonald? Controls it with the head. Can he get a second touch? Bosanjak is there. Excellent defending, sweeping across. Sam Bosanjak. They're going to throw everything at this, you would imagine, the Sutherland Sharks. MacDonald has got the ball in his hands. I've not seen him take a long throw before, but looks like he's got that in his locker as well. Van Amarongan on the edge of the 6-yard box. MacDonald, a terrific long throw. Perchevsky looking to get on the end of it. It's there for Shaweki. He's flicked it across. And anywhere will do now from the away side. They've driven it forward. Fernandez is pressing high on Perez, and he plays it forward again for MacDonald. Flag stays down. He's in a ton of space here, MacDonald. Takes a touch. Bosanjak comes across. An excellent challenge. Beautifully timed there by Sam Bosanjak. He had to make that challenge because the referee would have had a very, very difficult decision on his hands there. MacDonald did brilliantly to stay on side. He touched the ball into space, which is exactly the right thing to do, but Bosanjak used his pace, timed the challenge brilliantly, but it's at the expense of a corner, which Nick Olsen will take. And instructions being barked by David Perkovic around making sure they don't get caught in the break. Now, Olsen floats the corner into the back post. One well in the air. Clearance is there. Well, the half clearance rather. Flick back awkwardly back up into the box near the penalty spot. We're going to have all sorts of fun here in these last few minutes. Armanakis loses the ball. They're still forward, all the defenders. Some dancing feet on that far side, but no real support. Ball comes in for Amarongan. A little interchange of passes between Buddy and Amarongan. The ball deflects up very, very awkwardly off an Olympic player. And out it goes for a corner. Well, the ball was looking to be cleared away. Bailey Callahan looked to duck underneath it as it was going past him. It clipped off his back and ricocheted out for a fortuitous corner. Can they make this luck count in their favour? The home side, the Sutherland Sharks. Hollingdale. He's going to take this corner. One arm up in the air. It's like a rugby scrum in the middle. The ball is floated in. Perchesky, it's missed everybody. Well, it's missed everybody from both teams. And coming in at the back post there, Diego Bonilla. You could see the headlines for a moment, but he could not get a touch on the ball. And we are drifting towards a 1-1 draw here. The Olympic supporters back in full voice. Below us to our left-hand side. Well, the question was asked after that Diego Bonilla chance, will they come to rue those series of missed chances? There was a period of about 5, maybe 10 minutes max where Olympic were in the ascendancy. And now here's Shaweki. Shaweki looking to get in behind. Using his pace, Shaweki, but Akien does well. Calmly nods the ball back to Curto. And now Bagaria coming forward. They've pushed quite a few players forward here. Olympic. They're forced back by the press of Olsen and the press of Shaweki. They're in a little bit of danger there, and they just had to clear the ball away. But here is Clark now, calm and composed on the ball. Finds Akian again. Finds Bagaria. Bagaria for Bosanjak. Some heroic defending from Sam Bosanjak these last few minutes. And he gets around McDonald as well. Referee plays a good advantage. We're approaching the end of the 90 minutes here. Bosanjak floats the ball into the back post. And Perez has to do really well to clear it away. Bailey Callahan gets it away. Will they go for the short corner again? They've got the ball, but no option for a short corner there. Armanakis has got the ball and chooses to find Clark. Just on the edge of the box, Seth Clark. Holding it up, waiting for Armanakis to get back on side. And he's got the ball again, Armanakis. He floats it into the back post. Nobody there in a dark blue jersey. 45 minutes is up. Nizic plays it forward into space. Zoricic chasing it down. Shiweki chasing it down. Zoricic using his size. Shiweki does really well. Gets the ball. Can he get it a second time? Well, he came off his line 2 or 3 times in rugby league. And they give a penalty for an escort. They talk about players staying on their line. When he came right off his line 2 or 3 times there, Zoricic, nowhere near the ball. Checked Shiweki. 5 minutes of added time, the referee is saying. 5 minutes of added time. Richard Shiweki didn't really seem like he was complaining too hard. The referee agreed that the challenge was fair, and now we've got an injury. Jock Akien is down, and so we will likely have a little bit more than 5 minutes of injury time. He's back up on his feet. Some of the Olympic players and certainly some of the Sutherland Sharks players using the opportunity for a impromptu hydration break, getting some fluids on board. 4 or so minutes to go here at Seymour Shaw. This would be a vital point in their battle for survival from a Sydney Olympic point of view. And a bit of a blow to the Sutherland Sharks' hopes. They would have wanted to win this game. That would take them into the game with Rockdale next week with a little bit more confidence. But can they get themselves a late goal? Can Olympic get themselves a late goal and fully spoil the party? Or will we end up with a draw? Now, Bosanjak is there. He takes a touch. Calmly takes a second and plays the ball forward into space. Where Nizam is battling with McDonald. Nizam is there. Lets the ball roll out of play. Fernandez was there calling for the pass, calling for the throw, I should say, Marcus Fernandez, but Nizam thought better of it and has left the ball behind for Bosanjak. Bosanjak looking to release Fernandez. Has put the ball into a dangerous area there. Percheski has played the ball out. He's looking for people to retrieve that ball quickly for him. And, the crowd have obliged. The home crowd, that is, of course. I think the Olympic fans down there wouldn't be so likely to oblige. Now, Clark. Can they get all 3 points here? Sydney Olympic. They're building now for what would be a last chance here. A goal here would be almost impossible to come back from. Callahan driving down the right-hand side there. The defence is there. They've marshalled it well. Referee put for a moment to signalling for substitution, or they are indeed signalling for substitution. And it is, well, the injured Jock Akien is trotting off the field. And we'll just confirm in a moment who is the substitute that has come on, just waiting for him to turn around. And it is Peter Grozos, who has made his way onto the field for these last couple of minutes, these dying minutes. He's gone forward. Grozos, Nizam has dropped back into a defensive position. Grozos has gone forward. Could he be the man to pinch all 3 points here at Seymour Shaw? The throw in comes forward. Grozos, does he get a touch? Does the touch come off Anna Morongan? Everyone's claiming that the last touch came off the opponent. But, referee says that came off a dark blue jersey. This is surely last chance saloon territory now for the home side. Daniel Nizic, he'll play it long. He does indeed. There'll be a contest in the air. The ball goes back. Danny Choi is there. Choi gets a touch. Bonilla! Just a whisker away. Bonilla with the chance to seal the win. Curto was beaten. The ball looked to be flying into the top right-hand corner from our vantage point. But at the last moment, it just drifted away. He stayed down, Curto. Was that the chance to seal the win for Diego Bonilla? It stays at 1 goal apiece. 4 minutes of added time already played here at Seymour Shaw. The long ball from Nizic, Shawecki making a nuisance of himself. The ball fell for Bonilla. He unleashed with the right foot. He found the top left corner against Apia Leichhardt. He was looking to find the top right-hand corner on this occasion. The ball just flew away and wide. We stay at 1-1. But they're coming again, are the Sutherland Sharks. They've got themselves another throw. Get everybody forward, says Jordi Perez. And he finds Bonilla. Perez. Looking to go around the outside, Perez. But who else is there but Seth Clark? And he shields the ball really well, Seth Clark. Protects it well. Felt the contact from Perez. Home side don't like it. But Clark showed all of his experience there. Just got in front of the ball, stood up. Felt a little push in the back from Jordi Perez, and down he went. They are taking as much time as they possibly can over this free kick, the away side. And they're going to drive the ball forward. The final moments, surely, of this game. Grozos leaves the ball, and Perchevsky, rather unusually, drives the ball out into the rugby league field that is directly beside us here at Seymour Shaw. And that gives Sydney Olympic an opportunity to just slow things down once again. Where's the second ball? Where's the ball? Says David Perchevsky. Says David Perkovich, I should say. Still no ball. And the ball boys, they've got a ball just down behind Daniel Nizic. And Nizic has got the ball, but that has run, you would imagine, another 30 seconds off the clock here. Time that they cannot afford to waste, the home side. And time that the away side will be delighted to have run down. Throw now, floated in towards the edge of the box. Perchevsky heads it away, and the referee blows his whistle to his lips, and the game ends 1 goal apiece. Nick Olsen exchanges some words with the referee as he walks off. It was Nick Olsen who opened the scoring in the 5th minute. 1-0 it was at half-time to the Sutherland Sharks. They were dominating chances. They hit the bar on more than one occasion. Curto made some terrific saves for Olympic, but Bosanjak it was who got a touch from a terrific cross that came in from Armanakis. He was the star man for Olympic. And so we'll wrap things up here at Seymour Shaw. It is the home side, the Sutherland Sharks 1. The away side, Sydney Olympic 1. It's David Feeney and Keely Shepherd wishing you a lovely evening. And we will see you next time at the football.